I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. How valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is a documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
This might be the greatest podcast news ever. This might be the greatest news ever told on the podcast, I should say. Dude, listen. So first, I want to say this, and you'll know exactly where I'm going with this topic. So first, I want to say, fuck meal prep and grocery shopping and cooking. I'm good. So today, I was like, nah, dude, there's gotta be some better way so I can buy back my time. And this potato's moldy. That's great. So we gotta throw this away. Great. Now I'm short on, dude, proving the point. Now I'm short on potatoes because I only bought 5. And I need 5. So that's great. So, this one's moldy too? Dude. Yeah, I'm so done with meal prep. So anyway, mid potato cutting, I was like, nah, there's got to be a better way. So I grabbed my laptop with a knife in the potato. I left that on the counter, and I went and I sat down in the corner of my living room on my little love sack. And I looked up. So shout out Flex Pro Meals. Don't know if you're good or not, but I just subscribed. But I looked up because I saw they had a lifetime discount if you just fulfill 4 commitments or 4 orders, and you get a lifetime discount, which comes out to be a little bit less than $10 a meal. It's like $8.49 or something like that. And so I was able to figure out a way to get 21 meals for $208 bi-weekly. So, and that's with the expectation that I have 2 meals per day during the week, and then on the weekends I figure it out, which lately it's been Chipotle, or I just kind of have sandwiches and stuff like that. So, because at the moment I've budgeted $100 per week for groceries, and it seems like I've been going over that regardless every single time. And so it's closer to 120, 130, which sucks, dude. It's just so much money on food. Honestly, I am buying a lot of shit that I don't need. Like I bought protein chips, and I'm buying things like Cliff Bars, and those are quite a markup. For example, a pack of Cliff Bars is like $8 for 5 bars or whatever, the 6 bars, whatever it is. And that's $8. Or I could get some bagels that have a very similar nutrition profile. I think it's Dave's Killer Bagels or something like that. Very similar nutrition profile. I think it's like $3 for a sleeve of bagels. And that's just one example. So I saved money. And then I bought some, what else did I buy? Just random shit like energy drinks and stuff. So of course I'm spending so much, but I don't need that stuff. Just I want it. So honestly, I'm on the contrary. I don't think food is expensive. I think people buy a lot of shit. So, I bought lime chips and guac. I don't need that stuff, but that alone is probably like $8 or $9 total. 4 for chips, 5 for guac. So, just buying shit you don't need. But anyway, so I'm looking on there. I'm trying to figure it out. So I subscribed. I got 21 meals on the way, and that's going to be bi-weekly. And even if it costs me an extra $100 per month on food, dude, I don't give any fucks, because if that gets me out of meal prep, dude, that's it. That's the best investment I made all year right there. And honestly, it's not that it's saving me so much time or whatever. Here, let's run the math live. So if it costs me, and let's round up, let's say it's $200 extra a month. It's not, but let's just say it is for the sake of math. So $200 extra no, it's actually not even close. Because it's $208 bi-weekly. I budgeted $100, so that's already $16 more than what I budgeted. So $16 more, and let's say that I spend, $35 a week on groceries. So we got bread, maybe I want to buy some more chips and guac, maybe whatever. So we got 140, so $156 more per month. And weekly, I would have to grocery shop and meal prep, and that would take total at least 5 hours. So 5 hours, that's 20 hours that I'm now getting back into my life. Did I do that right? It's 5 hours to go to the store, grocery shop, come back, meal prep everything, put it in containers, whatever, I'll clean up. 5 hours. It's 20 hours a month. So we have $160. Fuck it, bro. $200. Let's round up. So we have $200 and I have 20 hours. So I'm spending $200 to get 20 hours a month back. So how much does that cost? Well, so $200 divided by 20 hours is $10 an hour. So am I worth more than $10 an hour? Yeah. So I think that was a good investment right there, because if you average FedEx and cleaning trucks and my full-time job, if you average the hourly rate of that, I'm sure it'd be like $32 or $33 an hour. We'll just say 30. So I'm having a brain fart right now. So $30 an hour is what I would. So if it costs more than $30 an hour to do, then I think that would be a bad call. Am I doing that right, bro? For some reason, that doesn't make sense in my head anymore. Anyway, it's only $10 an hour, and I'm making $30 an hour, right? So, here I was thinking I was onto something, but really I'm just embarrassing myself, and I don't give a fuck. But what I'm trying to say is it's a good trade, because it only cost me $10 an hour to afford this. So anyway, well, that sucked. Bro. See, this is what I'm saying, dude. This show, don't even want to upload it anymore. So fucking embarrassing, bro. But whatever. So that's all I wanted to share. I think there's a couple other things, but yeah, dude, I'm just so fucking tired of meal prepping and cooking and nah, dude. And it's one of those things for me where I don't care if it makes me seem lazy or makes me seem like I'm not a man because I can't cook, and I don't give two shits, bro. Give me back my time. I want my time back. Now I don't have to worry about cooking and cleaning and all the kitchenware I just bought. Don't need it no more. So, I mean, hold on. I say all this assuming that it all goes well and the meals taste good and everything's fine. So if it's ass, then meal prep, here we come. But yeah, if I can just get my time back, if I can get 5 hours back per week, which is 20 hours a month, and have meals that taste good and they're already weighed out and they're already got, dude, that's such a great trade-off for an extra $150 a month. Fuck. If you want to be technical, it's actually $16 more per month. But, I'm going to buy things like bread and peanut butter and eggs and, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm pretty fucking hyped about that, because I dread a meal prep. I dread grocery shopping. It's because, honestly, it's because I really don't know what I'm looking for. I don't have a plan when I go. And I don't even want to take the time to make a plan. I just want my shit done. And I want to be able to, meal prep, okay, I've said 187 times this show. Holy Lord. So it would be better if I had a plan and I knew what I was going to cook and I was actually knowledgeable with how things worked around the kitchen. But honestly, and this is no bullshit, the way that I see it, so long term, I'm gonna pay for a lot of services. I'm gonna pay for a lot of. That's honestly why I don't have any desire to own a home. Because when you buy a home, you're in charge of every single thing on that property. You're in charge of the lawn. You're in charge of cleaning the outsides. You're in charge of if something goes bad or something goes wrong, like one appliance breaks, you got to fix that shit on your own. If stuff like that. But when you rent or you lease, something goes wrong, you call a number. They're in your house the next day to fix. They're out of there. With the house, if you got a yard, you got to maintain the yard, or you got to install your own shit. If the plumbing goes out, then you got to fix that. Fuck all that, bro. I want nothing to do with any of that. I don't care if it's a financially smart investment long term, or you'll make $500,000 in the next 30 years. Dude, I'm gonna make $500,000 in one day in the future, and I promise you that'll happen. So that's kind of the whole frame of mind that I'm approaching that with. And so, for example, cooking, I'm good. Sooner or later, I'm going to have meals delivered to my house regardless, or I have a beautiful, amazing, wonderful wife who wants to cook meals for me and the family. Either way, I'm not cooking. I fuck all that. I'm good. I'm going to buy that shit. I'm going to get my time back, So, was that 188 I've said, So anyway, I just want my time back. And the sooner that I can quit certain jobs to get my time back, to be able to do things that I want to do more full time, like pursue this business and podcast more and have, shit like that. Fuck yeah, dude. The sooner I can, dude, you bet I will. As soon as I can financially quit one job, I'm gonna. And then as soon as I can quit second, I'm gonna. And then as soon as I can quit all of them, dude, I'm gonna. So, I just want my time back, because the more and more shit I got going on, it's like, dude, I don't have time to goddamn drink water anymore. It's always something going on. And honestly, a lot of that is just lack of time management skills. I mean, today I should have woken up at 5, went down to Magna in Utah, it's a city in Utah, started cleaning trucks at 6, and I would have been home by 1. So, and then I'd have more time. But woke up later because I went to bed late, slept in, which is good, got my sleep. But then I went into work later, and then I got off work later, and I got home later. Now I have less time to cook. And so, honestly, I probably hate all of this a lot less if I was just better at managing time. Dude, I just realized I still need to take an ice bath, so that's great. It's 7:44, June 2nd. Did I even say the date yesterday? Yeah, today's June 2nd, 2024, 7:45, it's Sunday. So anyway, I say all this because I'm hyped at the possibility of me never having to meal prep and or grocery shop. Well, I don't want to say grocery shop. I don't mind grocery shopping. It's fine. It is a huge time waster because I go in there and I want to see all the stuff. I want to know what's going on, but I don't know. Anyway, so meal prep, hopefully no longer. We'll see, but yeah. I don't mind cooking, but meal prepping, cooking everything in bulk, I guess I don't even know what I like or don't like. I don't mind cooking if I'm throwing up some eggs or some toast and call that cooking, or maybe putting a chicken breast in a skillet or putting something in there. I don't mind that. But when I got to cook in bulk and I got to cook all this food, I'd rather not. I'd rather pay for somebody to do it for me. And that's so I can get my time back. That's what I was trying to say earlier. So if I make $30 an hour and it costs me $10 per hour to have somebody else do this for me, that's a good investment. So that's what I was trying to say. I think I was talking about this on the show before I moved out. So it's before episode 190 something, new house, I made it. And that wasn't saying like, I made it, I got a house. That was like, hey, I made it to my new place. Because there was a whole lead up. Because I noticed that show gets a lot more listens than other ones. And I think it's people seeing that and being like, what, you bought a house? And like, no, I don't. Fuck no. So, fuck no. But anyway, I had a show and I was talking about partly why I chose the place that I'm living at now. And that is because I save drive time about 30-ish minutes total round trip from to and from work per day. And so if you say that I make $30 an hour, then that saves me $15 a day. And so if I go to work 20 days per month, 20 days times 15, that is that $300? $300? I think when I did the math, it was $400. I think I said I made $32 or $33 an hour, something like that. So we'll just say $300. But moving here saves me $300 a month. Like that's how as far as my time goes. Because if I'm worth $33 an hour or whatever I said, and I no longer have to spend that much time driving, then I get that time back. Therefore, I save the value. I'm not saving necessarily money by saving time. It's the value of my time that I'm saving. So when you put it on a piece of paper and say the value of my time is this, and by moving closer, I'm saving time. Therefore, the value of that time is $33. I'm saving money. So that's part of the thought process I had with moving to where I am. It was because I got my time back. I got some more time back. And so I think now that I'm just playing a time game as far as jobs go. And I would rather wake up at 6 a.m., work till, 10 p.m. on my shit and have it all be my business, my podcast, the videos, the whatever, as opposed to working the first 10 hours for another company and then having the last 6 or whatever be for me, because it just sucks, dude. It's just, I don't know what else to say other than I want my time back. And if I have to pay for that for now, if I have to pay for my time to come back for now, I'll 100% make that payment every time. So all that being said, we got meals on the way. Hopefully they're good. If they're not, that's really gonna suck because I'm very excited. But yeah, and so here's another thing. Cool moment, assuming everything goes well. I've wanted to be able to afford a meal prep company service for such a long time. This is so cool. And honestly, this is one of those goals for me where I was like, damn, when I'm rich, bro, I'm gonna have a Lamborghini and I'm gonna have my food prepped for me and delivered, and I'm gonna, all this stuff. It was really up there with the whole Lambo goal. Obviously, it's nowhere near the same price, I know. But it's cool, man, because it's stuff that I've always, I don't want to say dreamed of, because that's a weird thing to say. Like, I've dreamed of having food for me, But I've always had just a goal to be able to afford meal prep, because then it would just simplify everything, Like, if I'm competing in a show, just having my food ready for me always, dude, that's amazing. And relative to the goals that I have, this isn't a big expense. So right now it's about $103 a week for food. And that gives me 10 and a half meals per week. So if I have 2 a day on the weekdays, and then on the weekends, I just have the sandwiches and bullshit that I make, or Chipotle or whatever. Then if I were to double that and I have 4 meals a day, or maybe I triple that and I have 4 meals every day of the week or whatever, so it's 28 meals total per week, that would only like double or triple the cost. And if I quadruple my income now, which still isn't even that much relative to where I'm trying to go, that's just not a big expense at all. And it just saves me so much time. I would argue it's probably really good for health reasons, because this food is nutritious. It's not just rice and chicken every time. There's a lot of variety. So anyway, and who knows, maybe this company sucks ass, maybe their food's gross, maybe they have claims, or maybe they have a lawsuit going because they use plastic and they use whatever. I don't know. But right now I'm hyped, so I'm gonna soak that in and be happy for myself that I reached this level. And I wouldn't even call it a level. Sounds like I'm flexing my balls off now because I can afford food. But it's just something I've always wanted to be able to have the ability to do, I guess. So yeah, so fuck meal prep. I achieved this goal, so that's cool. And this is all an assumption that this is fine and this is good and it works. But yeah. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and cook these potatoes that will not fulfill all my needs because I need 2 more. And I just realized I bought a whole bag. I'm kind of dumb, just remembered that. So, all right, nice, dude. I'm embarrassed again, so that's great. So anyway, that's the show. That's all I got today. No, it's not. I got one more thing. So I don't know if you are able to tell, but the last, 10 episodes, I just haven't been really feeling it. Like I haven't been like, I can't wait to record a show, or I can't wait to talk about this thing. I just haven't felt that way. I felt like, damn, dude, I don't even know what to talk about. I gotta record a show. Shit I gotta do, And I don't know, maybe looking back in the future, it'll be cool to see, I guess, how I progress or went through this little phase, this little down point. A lot of it's because I'm kind of at a standstill with what I want to do. And which one was it? 225, gaining some traction. Yeah, so I found out that the software that I want to use doesn't offer what I need, so that's great. So we are not, in fact, gaining traction. So back to the drawing board on that. But anyway, I'm going to be done talking now. That's the show. I got to go to bed in 7 minutes, and I have not even began meal prepping other than cooking potatoes. So that's awesome. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, guys. I appreciate it. As always, you can follow me on Instagram. It's BRQUSE. And yeah, that's it. So peace out.
Hey, thanks for listening. And quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.